way is Ariel going to defend? Will he go inside? Will he go outside? Well, there you go. Walker to the outside, going to try and swoop this way round, the long way round. Can he make it stick? Can he get that 96 home to first place as they're still side by side through Blanchimont? Walker just ahead here, and Ariel just tucks back in, and a bit of damage, bit of contact onto the brakes, but Ariel's on the outside. He tries to swoop around, nearly loses the rear, collects it, but Walker's on the outside. The shot runs to the line. He's squeezed by Ariel. Who's going to get it? They're side by side. It's going to go anyway, and 400
Wow.
a second at the line.
To decide who wins the race. Nobody has been able to keep pace with them all season long. They are neck and neck as they come up to the Curva Grande, and it's hard to tell who has got the advantage on this one until they get to the braking, where Tolanen looks like it's Partanen, excuse me, on the left-hand side, who has the inside of the first apex. He cuts very deeply onto that. Hopefully he didn't get a cut course. He did not, but they're still wheel-to-wheel as they come off the corner. Outside, once again, to Partanen.
And now Partanen has an axle ahead of Jukka Tolanen, but the second Lesmo's still a right-hander. Who gets the better exit? It looks like it's going to be a drag race, but Pauli Partanen edges ahead. He's going to stay on the left side of the racetrack. Jukka Tolanen giving tow.
Wheel spin for Tolan and really put paid to that one. Could not get the power down. Tries to break around the outside like his teammate did last time and pulls the same move back on him. You can do it, I can do it better. As they come off of Ascari, what's it going to be? Down into Parabolica. Will this decide the winner, or is Tolanen taking it with that outside move? He covers the inside, coming down to the braking zone of the final turn. Deep into it, Partanen is able to get himself slightly ahead. Who is going to be able to take it at the line? Who's got the better run? It's a drag race all the way to it. They are neck and neck once again as they cross the line. Partanen is going to be your winner.
2/100ths of a second around the outside of the Parabolica, the final turn.
Rear ring of Brandon Howe. He moves to the inside. White flag in the air from Indianapolis. And Nick Olsen, a 2-for-1. It is for P1.
What a move by Nick Olsen, but I think he might have made that move a little too early. I think whoever's going to be leading in the 3 and off of turn number 4 is going to end up finishing second or third.
It's been a back and forth fight all evening long. Now there are 3 cars looking for the win. Brandon Howe makes a charge in the middle, 3 wide. But can he hold it on for much longer? Here in the Highland Homes Roofing 500K. Final corner from Indianapolis. Deucer tries his dearest. Olsen gets to the back bumper of Howe. 3 wide to the line. Half a yard of brakes. It is Nick Olsen by 8/1000ths of a second. Nick Olsen is a Monday Night Racing winner.
That's a heck of a job by Nick Olsen. I told you, he was in third place off turn. He was in third place at pit road entry, and he won the freaking race. That's unbelievable.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted in league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for round number 2 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Models presented by Speed Ranch. Tonight we come to Sava, Pennsylvania, here at the Lernerville Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set. Qualifying just about to wrap up, and well after last week's season opener at the Eldora Speedway. Let's take a look at the point standings. Top 10 coming into tonight's one. Jacob Lassiter sits atop of the point standings over Tyson Banks, Josh Whiteman. That was your top 3 last week. Matt Taylor, Skylar Pruitt in 4th and 5th position. Then you go back to Connor Darnell, Cody Sanderson, Daniel Brady, Matthew Craig Key, and Cole Shoemaker. And I believe the majority of those drivers are in attendance here for this evening. As we get set, qualifying is done and dusted here on the night. And now it's time to go trackside. Take a look here at your starting lineup for what is going to be heat race number 1 as the qualifying session is now officially in the books. And Christopher Morat is the man that goes quick time, as we'll see 3 heat races on the program for tonight.
All right, fellas, we'll get heat 1 going.
So, Brandon Marlowe lines up the 37 machine from pole position. Tyson Banks in the 747. He'll start from position number 2. Michael Gibbison lines up the 32 from 3. Christopher Morat, tonight's fastest qualifier with the inversion. He'll start from position number 4. 5th starter in car number 3, that'll be Dylan Murray. The 27 of Landon Price will start from position number 6. Josh Whiteman in car 24 lines up at a position number 7. Tyler Radabo in car 51 will line up at a position number 8. And Matthew Krokey in car number 2 will line up at a position number 9. 8 laps on the board here at the Lernerville Speedway, and we've got 3 heat races on the program. All 8 laps, top 5 will go through to the main event. Everybody else will go through to the B main, which will be a distance of 10 laps. And I believe we'll be taking the top 7 from that one. But here we go, heat number 1. Already rolling off for turn number 2 and down the back straight away. As we get ready. Brandon Marlowe and Tyson Banks. Round number 2 of the Down and Dirty Outlaws Speed Ranch Pro Late Models here at Lernerville Speedway. Pace car is off the racing surface. Can they back up on what we seen a fantastic feature race last night? Green flag is out, then we're underway. Brandon Marlowe already shooting off down into the sunset, down into turn number 1. Banks, and now here comes Christopher Morat in car 57 around the outside. He'll move to position number 3. Remember, top 5. That's going to be the magic number for your heat races. Look out, oh boy, watch out, Morat. Come off the racetrack, come down off for turn number 4, and he's going to lose out on a transfer position. Dylan Murray now moves into that final spot. Does Landon Price, Michael Gibbison in the 32 and the 27. They'll go at it side by side for 3rd and 4th position. Dylan Murray around the outside of Gibbison down the front straightaway. Murray goes upstairs, Krokey, Whiteman along Radabo. Back there, they were 3 wide for what is 6th, 7th and 8th position. Christopher Morat in the 9th spot on the racetrack. 3 down with 5 laps left to run here in what is heat race number 1 of 3 of the Down and Dirty Outlaws Pro Late Models presented by Speed Ranch. Murray, that's Dylan Murray in car number 3. Upstairs he goes into 3 and 4. Dancing with the devil. Right up on the top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies. Gibbison back down to the inside, trying to take away position number 4. Over Dylan Murray, who's now got 4th down into turn number 3, but here comes Gibbison back with a move in 3 and 4, and around the outside goes Dylan Murray in car number 3. 3 to run for your race leader, Brandon Marlowe. He's got half a second over Tyson Banks, but Banks slowly but surely starting to reel in your race leader. 2 laps left to run. Brandon Marlowe, all barring a mistake, should hold on to a victory here to start on pole of your main event later on this evening. We'll go through 3 heat races, followed by a B main, and then of course the warm-up session, which is scheduled for 5 minutes, and then our main event. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go. Marlowe already works down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is out. Brandon Marlowe gets the job done. Heat number 1 in the books. Take a look at those results coming up on screen right now. Brandon Marlowe with the win over Tyson Banks, Landon Price, Dylan Murray, Michael Gibbison, the top 5 that'll transfer to the main event. Whiteman, Morat, Radabo, and Krokey off to a B main. They are headed to heat race number 2 and lining up on the pole position in car number 22. It's Jared Kuno to the outside of the front row from position number 2. Car number 1 of Jonathan Wiley. We go back to the second row, inside and outside from position number 3 and 4. From 3, it's car number 21 to Blaine Brink, and from 4, last week's feature and a second quick here tonight, driving car number 51, your points leader of Jacob Lassiter. Your third row inside the 96 machine of Daniel Brady. He'll start position number 5, and to the outside, the 43W, Terrell Wheeler, lines up out of position number 6. And your fourth and final row, the 92 of Cameron King, lines up out of position number 7. And to his outside in car number 27, Cole Shoemaker, lines up out of position number 8. As we get set once again, lights are out on the iRacing.com safety car, pace truck. Pace truck should take the right-hand turn into turn number 3 and off the racing surface. That indeed it does. Jared Kuno, Jonathan Wiley. Here we go. Green flag goes up. The throttle goes down. And we are underway here in your main event. 3 wide. Wiley around the outside. Brink trying to make a move on the inside. Oh, look at Kuno off the racing surface. 1 car off. I believe that's Daniel Brady. The 96 machine will stay green for the moment. Wiley, Brink, and Lassiter first, second, and third position. Off goes Lassiter. Lassiter off the racing surface. Cameron King, Cole Shoemaker, along with Terrell Wheeler, go to positions 3, 4, and 5. Meanwhile, back up front, Jonathan Wiley in car number 1 machine. Your race leader after 2.5. He's got 2 to 3 car lengths over the 21 car of Blaine Brink, and Brink again starting to close the gap right on the top side of the racetrack. No wall around from turn number 1 all the way through to turn number 4. So if you go off the edge, if you try and get the cookies from Grandma up top, you're going to go off and you're going to be a naughty boy. 4 down, 4 to run. Wiley, Brink, top 2. Then you go back to Wheeler, King, and Kuno in 4th position. 5th, Kuno to the outside of Cole Shoemaker. Battle on between Kuno and Shoemaker. Shoemaker down low in car number 27. Kuno with a run on the outside. They'll come to 3 to run. And Kuno makes the pass on Shoemaker. Here comes Jacob Lassiter. Look at the 51. Boy, I tell you what. He is hot on the tail of the 22 machine. Lassiter to the outside and passes Cole Shoemaker through 4. Now back to 1 and 2. You've only got a lap and a half to go. Does a slide job happen? No. He stays upstairs. Kuno gives him a lead on the outside of the racetrack. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go. Lassiter not going with the slider down into turn number 1 and 2 as they work off for turn number 2. Kuno, Lassiter, who's it going to be? Meanwhile, off turn number 4, race for the lead. Wiley wins over Brink second. Cameron King third. So Wheeler third. 4th was King. And Kuno and Lassiter. Very little in it between them, and I think Kuno just got it. He got the 5th and final transfer position. 59 1/1000ths of a second. Lassiter along with Shoemaker and Brady. Unfortunately, well, we'll have to see those guys later on tonight in the B main as we get ready for what is heat race number 3. And they're going to line up like this. River Burke lines up the 73 machine from position number 1. The 14 of Cody Sanderson will start position number 2. Third starter is going to be the 518 machine of Joseph Grady. To his outside, the 1 of Trace Olsen from position number 4. From 5, it's the 44V of Grant Vickery, and from 6, it's the 58 car of Nicholas Shell. Ty Dickinson lines up the 67 machine from position number 7, and Matt Taylor in car number 15 lining up out of position number 8. Third and final heat race of the evening. Here at Lernerville Speedway, the Down and Dirty Outlaws Pro Late Model Series presented by Speed Ranch. Round number 2 here at Lernerville Speedway. River Burke gets up on the wheel and we're back underway. And we're underway. Back to heat racing action here at the Lernerville Speedway. Grandy goes down to the inside on Burke, but Burke is going to have it down the back straightaway. Sanderson looking to the outside as well. Trace Olsen in the 1 machine. He's going to be very patient right now. No, he knows that he's already starting inside of a transfer position, but he would like to start a little further up on this field as Grady now comes up to Burke for the race lead. Burke in the 73 again, just sending it upstairs, trying to sell some T-shirts, make a name for himself. The right rear, right near the cushion, and here he comes with a run down the front straight away. Joseph Grady led what was lap number 2. Burke back to the top. Grandy comes up. Burke is going to switch the line and slide job for the race lead. And just like that, you can go outside, inside, and River Burke is going to lead lap number 3. You keep on with the trend. You would dare say that Joseph Grandy is going to lead lap number 4. And boy, I might be right on this one. Grandy, Burke, side by side off turn number 4. But no, give it to River Burke. He's led 3/4 of this heat race so far. Olsen through the middle. Sanderson on the low side. Grandy back to the inside on Burke down the back straightaway. 2 by 2 for 1, 2, 3, and 4 positions. Grandy led what was lap number 5. 3 to run, 3 wide. Oh, Sanderson. He got right up on the inside of Joseph Grandy and caught the grass. Grandy looking to slide up. No, he's going to leave a lane. Grandy will go right through the middle of the racetrack. I believe Joseph Grandy led it by a few 1,000ths of a second, but Burke back to the outside. What a battle you've got for the race lead, if you don't mind. Coming to the white flag, penultimate time in heat racing action, heat race number 3. And River Burke is going to lead. Here comes Trace Olsen with a run on the outside. Olsen, you dare say that he might switch back through the middle of the raceway. Burke, Olsen, Grandy, down into turn number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? 3 wide off turn number 4 for the race lead. Oh, River Burke gets it. I'm near sure River Burke won that one. Heat race number 3 in the race of the night. And we've still got a B main and an A main to come. Let's take a look at heat race number 3 results. River Burke gets it by 98 1,000ths of a second over Trace Olsen. Joseph Grandy in third. Cody Sanderson, Ty Dickinson, your top 5. Off to the main event they go. Matt Taylor, Nicholas Schell, Grant Vickery. Unfortunately, well, we're going to see those guys here in a B main. Let's take a look at your B main lineup like this. It'll be Josh Whiteman on pole in car 24. From 2, it's the 51 of Jacob Lassiter. From position number 3, the 15 of Matt Taylor. From 4, tonight's fastest qualifier, Christopher Moore. It lines up the 57 machine from position number 4. Your 5th starter in car number 27, it's Cole Shoemaker. And Nicholas Schell lines up the 58 from position number 6. Tyler Rudabo in car 51 will start from position number 7. And it's the 96 of Daniel Brady from position number 8. Grant Vickery in the 44V will line up at a position number 9, and your 10th and final starter in car number 2, Matthew Crow-Key. As we get ready, B-main action, it is 10 laps on the board, and it was right early on. It's going to be the top 7 to make it into tonight's main event, so you need to be inside the top 7. Unfortunately, for 3 of the drivers, we are going to send them packing here from the Lernerville Speedway. Whiteman and Lassiter. Pretty sure they both finished 1st and 3rd last week. Let's take a look actually at the points. Lassiter and Whiteman, yeah. Matt Taylor, he's in this one. He starts 3rd. He's in top 5 in points. Sanderson's already transferred. Brady is in the B main as well. Crow-Key's in the B main. Shoemaker, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers. How about that? 6 drivers in the top 10 are in this B main. Whiteman and Lassiter. Taylor and Morat on the second row. Morat on though. He caught Shoemaker in the right rear quarter panel. Will we go yellow? Time will tell. Whiteman leads from Lassiter and Taylor. 3 of these drivers, you see your top 3 or top 5 in points. Lassiter's going to lead the opening lap of the B main. He'll dive it down to the inside. Your A main winner from last week. Whiteman picked up the win in the sprint cars while finishing 3rd in the late models. So he had a good week last week in the 24 machine. Whiteman down to the inside. Nicholas Schell. So unfortunately, Cole Shoemaker back in the pits, and his night is done. Tyler Rudabo, Grant Vickery. Those 2 drivers are also on the outside looking in. Matthew Crow-Key is going to fight Daniel Brady for that 6th and 7th position on the raceway. Crow-Key on the outside in the 2 machine. He goes up top. Daniel Brady in the 96 machine, the black and green car, working to the low side. We're still watching right now. Crow-Key ripped the lip around Lernerville. Just in front of him, Christopher Moore in car number 57. Your top 3 have just gotten away You make that top four, as your leader's gone. Second, third, and fourth are just in front of what is Christopher Morin in the 57 machine by about 1.5 seconds. So you've got one solo car out in front by almost a second. Then you've got 3 cars all within about 5 to 6 tenths of a second. Then a bit of a gap back to what is 5th, 6th, and 7th position. Grand Victory now in the 44V, bringing Tyler Radabo in the 51 with him. Again, Vickery and Radabo, they're on the outside looking in. Brady's got the final transfer spot. Vickery gets into the back. Oh, Brady. 3 laps remaining here at Lernerville Speedway. Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Model Series, round number 2, presented by Speed Ranch Setups as Brady still holding on to that final spot. Can Vickery get around him? Here comes Radabo driving deep into turns 3 and 4. We watch the battle on for the final transfer spot. Meanwhile, second and third are going to have a nice little battle as they work down the back straightaway. Whiteman upstairs into 3 and 4. He got tight and he almost went off the edge of the racetrack. Matt Taylor went on by. Jacob Lassiter's already got the white flag. There's 1 lap left to run here in B main competition. Into turn number 3, about the rocket off turn number 4. Jacob Lassiter wins the B main. Second, we've got Matt Taylor, Josh Whiteman, third, Nicholas Shell, fourth. Fifth is going to go to Christopher Moore, Matthew Crokey, and Daniel Brady will be the top 7 drivers in tonight's B main. As we are set for what is going to be a 5-minute warm-up session, let's take a look at your results. And a reminder, the top 7 go through Jacob Lassiter, Matt Taylor, Josh Whiteman, Nicholas Shell, Christopher Moore, Matthew Crokey, and Daniel Brady are those 7 cars to go through. For Tyler Radabo, Grant Vickery, and Cole Shoemaker, unfortunately, their second round of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Models presented by Speed Ranch is done. We'll have to see them back next week. I'll tell you exactly where we're going to next week. So let me just take that up off the screen as we get set for round number 3 next week. Is going to be at Port Royal Speedway. Round number 3 of both the Speed Factory 360 Wing Sprint cars on Wednesday night. And then, of course, on Thursday night, it's going to be the Speed Ranch Pro Late Model Series. Again, you catch all the action live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, we'll take a look at... we're going to take a look at the warm-up session. We've got just under 4 minutes left. We'll call it nearly 3.5 minutes. So we're going to take this opportunity to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back, we'll play a couple of ads and be back with your main event. On the other side of this, it is going to be 30 laps on the board. The Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Model Series here, presented by Speed Ranch. Round number 2 here at the Lernerville Speedway. A main time on the other side of this quick commercial break.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted in league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12 Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV, coverage of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Models Series presented by Speed Ranch. Again tonight, round number 2 coming to you live from the virtual Sava, Pennsylvania, Lernerville Speedway. As we get ready for 22 cars to do battle here in tonight's A main event, which will consist of 30 laps. We've gone through qualifying to get the driver's seat, where it was Christopher Morin who picked up the fastest qualifier. Then we've seen the 3 heat races. Your heat race winners were Brandon Marlowe. He got the job done from the pole position. Jonathan Wiley got the job done in heat race number 2 from the outside of the front row. And then River Burke got the job done over Trace Olsen by 98 one-thousandths of a second from the pole in heat race number 3. Your B main winner, Jacob Lassiter, done it from the outside of the front row. So it's been the theme of the night so far. If you start on the front row, there's a very high possibility right now of going and picking up a victory or even a potential podium. A main time, let's take a look at your starting lineup. It's going to see Brandon Marlowe in car number 37 line up on the pole position, and to the outside of the front row in car number 1, it's Jonathan Wiley. Then we go back to your second row inside. It's the 73 car of River Burke, and from 4, driving the 747 entry of Tyson Banks. Your fifth starter in car number 21, that's Blaine Brink from position number 6. In car number 1, Trace Olsen. Fourth row inside and outside, the 27 of Landon Price lines up at a position number 7. He's outside the 43W. Terrell Wheeler lines up at a position number 8. From 9th, it's the 518 machine of Joseph Granny. From 10, car number 3, Dylan Murray. For position number 11, in car number 92, it's Cameron King. Now for the back half of the field. From 12, it's the 14 of Cody Sanderson. From 15, it's the 32 car of Michael Giverson in position number 13. From 14, Jared Kuno in car number 22. From 15, it's the 67 entry of Ty Dickinson. Then we go back to your B main winner outside that 8th row, Jacob Lassiter, car number 51. Followed by your B-main transferees, Matt Taylor from 17 in car 15, the 24, Josh Whiteman from 18, Nicholas Shell in position number 19 in car 58, Christopher Moore, tonight's quick time man, starts position number 20 in car 57, and your final row inside outside, Matthew Crokey from 21 in car number 2, and the 96 of Daniel Brady lines up at a position number 22. And a 22 car field we have here tonight to find out who will take out round number 2 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Model Series presented by Speed Ranch. Pace truck is about to make its way infield. We're about to go racing. Main event time. Ladies and gentlemen, who will take out round number 2? Let's get dirty for 30. And the green flag flies with Brandon Marlowe, just like what he did in heat race number 1. He's trying to set off into the sunset already. Jonathan Wiley hot on his tails. Tyson Banks fends up the challenge from Blaine Brink, as Brink has now got Price and Olsen working inside and outside. Brink just a little lumped up there in the back of the 747 car of Tyson Banks. Banks was thinking about moving up, but Olsen got the run on the outside. He had to check up. Meanwhile, River Burke trying to come up, the second place driver of Jonathan Wiley. Banks goes to the low side, down into 3 and 4, trying to pick up the podium position, but here comes Trace Olsen around the outside, now switches down through the middle of the racetrack. 3 wide for 3rd, 4th and 5th position. Hello, how you doing? Olsen right through the middle, he'll check it up because we go yellow. Nicholas Shell in the 58 machine. bit of contact there with Daniel Brady in the 96 machine. Christopher Morit. Boy, I tell you what, he's had a tough night when it comes to racing conditions. So Shell back to the pits. He'll go and get a quick repair. He'll come back out onto the racing surface. There is that beautifully presented number 37 machine. The old Hot Lap Heroes 37 car of Brandon Marlowe. Race leader at the moment. What is going to be 27 laps left to run once we go back to green. Lights are still on the racing.com safety car. Or the pace car. So we'll just again continue to let race control have a look at this one. Lights should be out this time on the pace car, which means we should be getting ready to double them up here at Lernerville Speedway. And look at that, right on cue. That's exactly what the field does. One goes inside, pole sitter goes inside, second place goes outside, evens we go to the outside, the odd numbers go to the inside. Even iRacing tells you where to go. You really can't get confused. A main time, 3 down, 27 to go. And it's going to be Brandon Marlowe once again leading us back to the drop of the green flag, and we're back underway. Marlowe leads, but I tell you what, here comes Jonathan Wiley right now. Working down the back straightaway, slide jump for the race lead. Wiley led what was lap number 4, Marlowe. Now Marlowe's going to come back at Wiley down into 1 as we go yellow. And that's big because I'm pretty sure Jonathan Wiley was actually past Brandon Marlowe in the 37 car. That he did, so Wiley going to go back. He'll go to the race lead. So second caution in just under a handful of laps. So wait for the lights again to go out. See Matthew Croquet on the timing and scoring charts. He's back in the pit area. So again, coming off a nice start last week at the Eldora Speedway. Coming back to green, Jonathan Wiley in car number 1, 5 down, 25 to go. And we're back at it and back after it in your main event here at Lernerville Speedway in Suffolk, Pennsylvania. And look at this, they already go 2 and 3 wide through the opening couple of turns here on the restart. Banks coming after Marlowe now. Oh no, look out, Brink goes around. Blaine Brink in car 21. Slid up right on the nose of Olsen on board right now with Blaine Brink. And I really don't think you can blame Olsen for that one. By the way, race control, I mean, there really wasn't even a gap to go to in there. I tell you, who was that was coming through? Is that Jared Kuno? Watch the 22 car here. Oh boy. is on board right here with Jared Kuno. Boy, that was close. Hey, just like that. What a nice little maneuver there from Kuno. You can see he's got some front end damage on that number 22 machine. So you can see the lights out on the safety car, the pace truck. The Sandman Speed WR1 Sim Chassis Gears Unlimited entry of Jonathan Wiley. Call him Johnny Quick. Just going by what's on the race car. Single file restart, 24 laps left to run. Here we go. Back to green. We race down the front straightaway. Wiley, Marlowe and Banks all run nose to tail through 1 and 2. And they'll pretty much do the same in 3 and 4. The Tyson Banks trying to make it work just a lane lower than what you see Brandon Marlowe. And now Marlowe coming after Wiley once again for the race lead. Olsen trying to get by the 73 car of River Burke. I'll spit that one out eventually. Olsen and Burke get upstairs, and again it's just all pretty much topside dominant in turn number 3 and 4. Wiley nearly making a mistake in the middle of 1 and 2. He caught the cushion, the car got tight, so we had to back out of it just a little bit more. Try and get that car back going without it being so tight. Marlowe down to the inside when we look for the slide job. It's going to be a long slider, that's for sure. He parks it right up across the nose of the 1 car, but here comes Wiley back to the inside. Now Wiley's turn for a slider. He pulls it up off turn number 4. Wiley's got it by half a car length. 10 down, 20 to run. Marlowe back with a slider on Wiley through turn number 1 and 2. Tyson Banks got the best seat in the house at the moment right now. Banks wanting to get involved in this 3-way dance for the race lead. Kuno put the moves there on River Burke, and Jared Kuno is coming in car number 22. But there's your top 3 on screen with Marlowe and Wiley again. Oh no. Oh, just ruined. Oh, look out, Morit and Brink together off turn number 4. How about that one? Jonathan Wiley, Brandon Marlowe, Tyson Banks, take a bow. That was something spectacular to watch. Gee, if we can keep that up for the remainder of the 18 laps, it's going to be one hell of a night. So we're back under the yellow flag conditions here. But boy, I tell you what, if we can put on some great racing like what we just seen just then over the past 5 or 6 laps that was for the top 3 positions, boy, we are in for a real treat here for the back half of this feature event. We're almost at half race distance. We're 3 laps away from that half race distance. Jonathan Wiley, your race leader. Brandon Marlowe outside of the front row. And you go back to Tyson Banks. Jared Kuno, I called a couple of laps ago. He was coming. He got by Trace Olsen and River Burke and made pretty much quick work of the pair. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays a part in this one for the battle for the top spot. Well, the top spot, the Jonathan Wiley, I should say, the 1 car gets us back underway. Look at Banks diving down to the inside on Marlowe. Marlowe tries to get around the outside, but he parked it right on the nose, and we'll go yellow. Banks just getting a little too eager there on the start. Marlowe, you can see, did try to actually turn right to get around the outside of him, but not enough time. I mean, there was time there, but Well, I tell you what, it was really ambitious, that slider. So Banks goes around in the 747 machine. Right there, the contact right up on the 37 machine. He's back to the pits, but he's rolling it onto the raceway right now. He'll tag up at the tail end of the field. And we are not yet ready for a start. We'll send him around one more time. So the lights should go out on the racing.com page track. Don't forget, Down and Dirty Outlaw Speed Ranch Pro Late Model Series round number 3 next week, next Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern from the Port Royal Speedway. Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern as well, the Speed Factory 360 Wing Sprint Cars will head to Port Royal as well. And that will take up round number 3 next week of what is going to be an 8-round series. And then, of course, round number 4 in 2 weeks' time. It was originally scheduled for Kern County, but we've taken that one out and we've decided to go with Cedar Lake Speedway at the halfway stage of the season. So, week number 2, we're almost a quarter of the way done. Single file restart. Because we had a caution on a caution. We couldn't even get the lap completed now. Watching again, Marlowe trying to run down Jonathan Wiley. He's found a little bit of moisture on the exit of turn number 4, and it's not all the way up the racetrack, it's not right through the middle, it's probably about 3/4 of the way, right there where he's running. Marlowe, he looks to move over the one car. Here comes Jared Kuno, gets it, driving it deep. And what about Trace Olsen there on River Burke? Hail Mary's been thrown 3 wide. Kuno on the outside of Olsen. They make contact. Olsen off the racetrack. He goes bye-bye into the trees, trying to see if he can find some pit lizards out there. Grandy up the racetrack. Let's see if we stay green. We do for the moment. Jacob Lassiter, last week's feature race winner. Also, your B-main winner here this evening, Grandy. There he is off the racing surface. Hopefully he's off the racetrack enough so where he's not going to bring out the caution, but it don't matter because there is the caution just there. And this is going to make things just a little interesting more. A little bit more interesting. So again, we come back and we freeze the running order here in tonight's main event. Round 2, Down and Dirty Outlaws Pro Late Models presented by Speed Ranch. 2 to green. Lassiter picked up the win last week. Let's take a look, in fact, at the points system after last week, just while the cars are rolling around. Jacob Lassiter, Tyson Banks. Now Banks is at the back of the field in 19th position. Lassiter is in 4th. Josh Whiteman, let's see where Josh is. He's in 7th position. Matt Taylor is in 12th position. Skylar Pruitt not here. Connor Darnell not here. Cody Sanderson. Sanderson's here. Sanderson is behind Lassiter, so that would be position number 5. Daniel Brady is at the tail end of the field in 20th position. Matthew Crokey and Cole Shoemaker. Matthew Crokey is in 14th, and Shoemaker didn't transfer out of the B main, unfortunately. Let's go racing. As we've completed what is now 18, so just 12. We'll make it 11 to run at the start-finish line with Jonathan Wiley, Brandon Marlowe, Jared Kuno. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your top three. As they work down the front straightaway, Marlowe diving down to the inside, going to challenge Wiley for the race lead as they work off turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Here comes Kuno once again. Kuno gets into the rear bumper of the 37 car. I'm going to say, he's probably driving that just a little too aggressive. If he knows he's got speed, he can work around the 37 car, but he just doesn't look patient there. Seen it a number of times. This is the 22 car of Kuno just getting into the back of Marlowe. Thankfully for Marlowe in the 37 car, he was able to save it. And with 10 to run, the caution comes out. So who will take out the second round of this series? We are close to finding that one out. Where what will be 9 to go. Will you be main winner of Jacob Lassiter? Will he pull a rabbit out of the hat here tonight at Lernerville and come away victorious? We wait to see, we wait to find out. One more time behind the racing.com safety car. Daniel Brady back to the pits. Blaine Brink. Looks like his night is done in what is position number 19. Trace Olsen is out in 21st spot. Joseph Grandy 5 laps down in 22nd position. So looking at what we can see on the timing and scoring, 19 cars still on the racetrack and 19 cars still left on the lead lap, but that could all change in the space of the next 9 laps. Boy, it's getting hot here. Apologies, turn the fan on. If you can hear it, if you can hear the mic, if you can hear the fan through the mic, just let me know. I'm happy to happily turn it off. All right, Jonathan Wiley, 9 circuits around Lernerville Speedways, all that separates himself in a victory here in round number 2 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Model Series presented by Speed Ranch. Keep an eye on Jared Kuno. We know he's got some speed in that number 22 machine. It's still Wiley over Marlowe, Kuno, Lassiter, Sanderson. That's your top 5. Riverberg, Josh Wyman, Landon Price, Terrell Wheeler, and Dylan Murray, your top 10. Biggest mover through the field right now is Jacob Lassiter, up 12. Jared Kuno plus 11. And that's the drivers that sit in 3rd and 4th position. And again, here we go down the back straightaway. Kuno trying to go to the inside on Brandon Marlowe in turn number 3. Off for turn number 4. Marlowe still got 2nd at the line with 6 laps left to go. Boy, Kuno looks really fast. He's a honk and hooting, a hooting and a tooting. He's hollering now in that 22 machine. He's got some serious speed, but it's a matter of can he put it together under racing conditions. 5 to run and the yellow is out. That was close with 5 to go. We'll make it 4 to go at the restart, at the resumption of the next restart. Boy, we're still undecided on who is going to pick up the win here tonight. Will Jonathan Wiley in that 1 machine? Will he take the Sandman Speeds WR1 Sim chassis number 1 to victory lane? Will he park it on the top step of the podium? Is he going to make a statement here tonight? We only have to wait and find out for 4 more laps. Lights are still on the racing.com pace truck. So right now you can see him still flashing. So we are sitting at 2 to green. So we're still going to roll around for a couple of more laps before we get ready to go back racing. Final stages of this main event. Jacob Lassiter, Jared Kuno. Lassiter up 12 positions. Kuno up 11. For Kuno to get the hard charger, he would need to win. And Wiley would have, Lassiter would have to stay exactly where he is in 4th position. Four circuits. And it is a slow, constant, steady pace. Rolling down the back straightaway. Jonathan Wiley, car number 1. Can he put it on the podium, on the top step to match his car number? Let's find out. 4 laps left to run. Marlowe, he's all over the back of him. Top for turn number 2. They make a bit of contact now. Kuno to the outside. Kuno nearly got the right side tyre. Slide job for the race lead. Parks it on the nose. Brandon Marlowe will lead lap number 27. Wiley back down to the inside. Kuno, here comes Jacob Lassiter. Oh, Kuno slides up across the nose of the 51 car of Lassiter. Lassiter now trying to move his way to position number 3. Look out, there's Cody Sanderson in car number 14. 2 circuits remaining around Lernerville Speedway. Who will it be? Who's going to get the job done? Brandon Marlowe, Jonathan Wiley, Jared Kuno, Jacob Lassiter, top 4 on screen. Coming to 1 to go. 1 circuit around Lernerville Speedway. Who's it going to be? Will it be Brandon Marlowe or will it be Jonathan Wiley? Let's find out as they work down the back straight away for the final time. Is Marlowe going to go to protective mode? He somewhat does. Wiley down to the inside. They drag race off turn number 4, but it's going to be Brandon Marlowe. Kuno nearly took second away, but he didn't. Kuno nearly took second away at the line. Oh my goodness. Brandon Marlowe will come away victorious. Jacob Lassiter will get the hard charger, so we'll chat to our top 4. Let's take a look at your feature race results. Brandon Marlowe gets the win over Jonathan Wiley, Jared Kuno, Jacob Lassiter, Cody Anderson, your top 5. Josh Whiteman, Landon Price, River Burke, Terrell Wheeler, and Cameron King make up your top 10. Over the page 11 through to 20th, Matt Taylor, Dylan Murray, Matthew Crokey, Nicholas Shell, Ty Dickinson in 15th position, Tyson Banks, Michael Gibbison, the last car on the lead lap. And then, of course, our did not finish cars, Christopher Morit, Blaine Brink, Daniel Brady, along with Joseph Grandy and Trace Olson. Boy, what a way to wrap up what is week number 2 of the series. We'll chat to your top 3 plus our hard charger. We wait for him to get out of the cockpits of the race cars. But it's going to be Brandon Marlowe victorious here tonight. Let's chat to your 4th place finisher and your hard charger. Last week's feature race winner, a B-main winner here tonight. It's Jacob Lassiter. Jacob, well, last week you picked up the win. Tonight you had to come through the B-main. You won that B-main. And then now you're tonight's hard charger. You're overall happy and satisfied with how that all sort of finished up for you?
Yeah, I mean, the way it started to the way it finished, yeah, I'm pretty tickled with it. Felt like we had a pretty good car there. Just it got top dominant, and we had a run there on 3rd place, and of course we're not running mirrors, and he come up the track big time, and we just kind of checked up. We didn't want to ruin anybody's race or ourselves, so we'll take a 4th and just keep on chugging away at these points.
What's it like to try and put 30 consistent laps together here, knowing that last week you guys had a wall to lean on around Eldora Speedway? You don't have that luxury here at Lernerville. You go over the racetrack, and we send it a number of times. You go off the racetrack, you go down to where the pit lizards are hanging out, and you have to do it back to Harway. What's it like trying to put 30 consistent laps together on the top side?
You're right. You want to stay away from those pit lizards for sure. No, it's tough, man. Just try to hit your mark every lap, and sometimes it's a risk reward type deal. The harder you drive, sometimes the better the run you get. But I mean, that's the more risk you're putting that right rear dropping over and ruining your race.
Jacob, well done on what was a 4th place finish, but also tonight's hard charger here from the Lernerville Speedway, plus 12 positions, I believe it was, so 16th to 4th. Not a bad run for you in the 51 car. Jacob, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 51 car.
Just a big shout out to Team Hot Lap Heroes and all their help, and shout out to Brandon on the win tonight. Teammate getting the victory, so that's good to have victory last week, and then come in this week and get a victory. So, like I said, man, we just got to keep plugging away at it. Just got to thank 789 Designs with the wrap on the car. Got to thank you guys for the broadcast. Do a heck of a job, Brett. I got to thank Terrell and everyone's put the league on, give us a place to run, and then I've always got to thank the wife for taking care of the little one.
There we go, guys. Jacob Last in a 4th place finish, but more importantly, he was tonight's hard charger from round number 2. Let's chat to the man that comes home in 3rd place tonight. It's the 22 car of Jared Kuno. And Jared, well, 3rd place finish here tonight. And there was a number of times where it looked like you were just sort of overdriving it in 3 and 4, but man, you showed some real speed in that 22. 3rd place, you happy?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that. I feel like I could have maybe taken a 1 or 2 there. The top felt super fast. The bottom was not there for me. The gearing was not right there. But yeah, I'll take a 3rd for sure.
Talk us through those closing laps, watching Brandon, Jonathan go at it. You were throwing your hat into the mix, then you had Jacob behind you. I mean, you four cars were, you guys were the standout drivers of this field. What was it like trying to, throw some sliders and, work a podium position?
It was awesome, man. I mean, I started deep, 13th, I believe, and I came back through, a few cautions there. I actually had some damage to my left front, which may have, prevented things from happening there. But, it was super fun going at it with them. They're super fast, so it's always a good time.
Jared, congratulations on a 3rd place finish here tonight at the Lernerville Speedway. Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Model Series presented by Speed Ranch. Before we let you go, Jared, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 22 machine.
Yep, I'll just for the host, obviously, for the league, UDTV for putting up this broadcast. I want to thank Redline Race Designs for the awesome paint, LGR Motorsports, and One Wish Foundation, as well as Finish Line Repair. I appreciate y'all.
There we go, Jared Kuno, the driver home in position number 3 in tonight's main event. We'll go down the field and chat to the man that comes home with the runner-up spot. It's the 1 car of Jonathan Wiley. Jonathan, 2nd place here tonight, and boy, it looked like you were going to have enough to get the win here tonight, but Brandon, man, yourself and Brandon really put on one hell of a show here tonight.
Yeah, that was a fun run. I enjoyed that a lot.
Talk us through those closing laps on inside the cockpit of that race car. Slick tracks, some sliders being thrown, and some contact being made. What was it like in the 1 car?
It was fun. I wish it had stayed green longer, because I felt like if it was those green flag runs that we was having early, I was able to pull a little bit of a gap, and I felt more comfortable. But then these restarts, it's hard to get a good restart and get speed going into 1 and 2 and not spin the tire at all on exit, and that was my problem. I could get a good restart, but then I was spinning the tire on exit of 1 and 2 and letting him gain back on me. But then the sliders were a blast, and then I threw one on him early to get the lead from him, and then he did another close one back to me, kind of paid me back and parked it, and he got the win. It was a fun race.
Thinking back and looking back at it now after this 30-lap feature event, is there anything you could have done differently here tonight to be that 1 step higher on this podium?
No, I don't think so. We haven't really practiced a whole lot for this track. We just did a few races here and there, but Brandon's fast. I've raced with Brandon in a league a long time ago, and he was in the front, so I'm running in the front now, close to him, so that feels pretty good. I feel like we're definitely headed in the right direction.
Jonathan, well done. 2nd place here tonight at the Lernerville Speedway, round 2 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Models presented by Speed Ranch. Before we let you go, Jonathan, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 1 car.
I think most importantly, it's got to be Cody. He's helping me build these setups and building a lot of them for me completely, honestly. And he's just sending them to me, and I'm driving them and doing what I can with them. And they're always in the front. And you guys for the broadcast. I like this league a lot. This league's pretty competitive. I'm enjoying it. Hopefully, I can rebound more from last week and try to make some points up that I missed from having a bad finish last week.
Jonathan, well done on 2nd place. We'll see you back next week for round number 3, mate.
Thanks, man.
Jonathan Wiley, your runner-up driver here tonight. And now we get to chat to your winner here in car number 37. It's Brandon Marlowe. Brandon, congratulations on this victory. And boy, that was one that you really had to work for. But man, it must have been fun out there inside the cockpit of that 37 car.
Yes, sir. That was a blast.
Let's go through this race, because there was times where you were sit in second. You watch these guys go out in front. You couldn't. You sort of just had to bide your time just a little bit. But then, half race kicked in. You start to throw sliders on Jonathan, and it pretty much continues for the back end of that feature race. What was the game plan for this one?
It was kind of hard to build a game plan there with the cautions coming out, pretty often. So once you'd start to settle in and try to find a rhythm and build a game plan, another caution would come out, and so that would kind of reset everything again. Lost the lead early there, with the caution coming out right after we crossed the line, which that's racing. That's how it goes sometimes. I hated that I got into him there off two. I didn't, the big thing there is I just didn't want to wreck both of us. I'd rather finish second, than wrecking first and second. And then, was just able to clear the slider and hang on to it to get the win.
With those cautions coming out, as frequent as they did, what goes through your mind? How do you stay focused in trying to keep yourself up front and, keep the job at hand?
You just keep taking notes on the restarts, just trying to time it better and better each time, and hope to get a good start and be able to get a run through 1 and 2, down the back, and maybe set yourself up for a slider. But once you get, I'd rather it stay green and try to build a rhythm, and race it out. But the cautions definitely throw a loop in the mix.
Picked up the win here in Sava, Pennsylvania. Now, next week we head to Port Royal Speedway. How do you feel going into Port Royal next week?
That track can be pretty wild with just how big and fast it is, and running the top. It's, the wall there can be just as treacherous as not having a wall here.
Brandon, well done on the win here tonight, round number 2 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Models presented by Speed Ranch. Congratulations on the win, Brandon, but before we let you go and celebrate, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 37 machine.
I just got to give a shout out to all the guys at Hot Lap Heroes Racing. They do a lot helping us, put in hosted races, getting some practice in, building setups. Shout out to my teammate Jacob Lassiter on picking up the win last week and backing it up with a top 5 this week. Shout out to Kenny for the wrap on the car, and just thank Terrell for putting this league on, and you guys are always doing an awesome broadcast.
Brandon, well done on the win. We'll see you back next week, round number 3 at Port Royal, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Brandon Marlowe, your winner here tonight from the Lernerville Speedway to wrap up round number 2 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Model Series presented by Speed Ranch. Next week, Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, it is 360 Wings Sprint Cars with Speed Factory on board on that one. And then Thursday, 9 o'clock Eastern, once again with the Pro Late Models presented by Speed Ranch. You can catch the next 6 weeks of action with the Down and Dirty Outlaw Series live on Wednesday night and Thursday night live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. But for now in this week, until next time, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, we say farewell, good night, have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.